There are stories that rise slowly, stories that build with time, and stories that suddenly burst into the world like light breaking through a dark horizon. But every once in a while, there's a story that feels like destiny was quietly preparing it long before anyone noticed. A story of courage, of resilience, of reinvention. And that is the story of Amira Evans, the Instagram fashion influencer whose journey from self-doubt to digital stardom proves that sometimes the world doesn't need you to fit in. Sometimes it's waiting for you to stand out. Before we dive deeper into her inspiring path, don't forget to subscribe to Sweet Models World, where we celebrate powerful stories, rising models, and the influencers shaping modern fashion. Join the community where beauty, confidence, ambition, and creativity all meet. Amira Evans didn't begin her life surrounded by glamour, bright camera flashes, or luxurious designer wardrobes. Instead, she grew up in a modest neighborhood, raised by a family that valued discipline, education, and humility above everything else. As a child, she was quiet, observant, and deeply curious. She paid attention to details, the shapes of clothing, the way colors blended, the way people's personalities were expressed through what they wore. While other children were simply getting dressed, Amira was learning the language of fashion long before she realized it. By the time she was in school, people began to notice that she had an unusual sense of style. She didn't wear expensive things, but she always made whatever she wore look intentional. Her classmates looked at her and wondered how she made thrift store items look like runway pieces. But what they didn't know was that fashion, for Amira, wasn't about money. It was about creativity. It was a way of expressing herself, especially during moments when she felt invisible or misunderstood. Like many teenagers, Amira went through phases of insecurity. She wasn't always confident, and she certainly didn't always believe she was beautiful. She struggled with the pressure to fit in, the pressure to look a certain way, and the fear that maybe she didn't have what it took to stand out. But it was during those low moments that she discovered something powerful. The camera didn't judge her. The camera didn't compare her. The camera simply reflected her. And in that reflection, she began to see glimpses of the woman she could become. She started taking pictures on her phone, simple photos, nothing like the polished content she is known for today. She would pose by her bedroom window, capturing natural sunlight falling on her face. She would experiment with angles, outfits, and expressions, analyzing every picture not with criticism but with curiosity. Slowly, she learned what worked for her, and more importantly, she discovered the beauty of authenticity. When she finally created her Instagram account, she had no grand plan, no strategy, no expectation that millions of eyes would one day scroll through her feed. She simply wanted a space to express her style, to share the outfits she curated, and to connect with others who loved fashion as much as she did. Her early posts were minimal, quiet, almost shy. But even in those early images, there was something magnetic about her presence, something soft yet powerful, something relatable yet inspiring. She wasn't trying to be anyone else, and that authenticity is what began to set her apart. What truly changed everything for Amira was a single photo, a candid shot taken on a sunny afternoon, wearing an outfit she'd styled from affordable pieces. It wasn't a professional photo, it wasn't edited, it wasn't even planned, but it went viral. People resonated with her natural beauty, her simplicity, and her effortless sense of fashion. That one picture became the spark that set her journey in motion. From that day on, Amira's Instagram following grew steadily. Brands began reaching out to her. Photographers wanted to collaborate with her. Fashion enthusiasts tagged their friends, saying, "This is the style inspiration we've been waiting for." Suddenly, her world was shifting. Doors she had never even imagined began to open. But success didn't come without challenges. Amira faced criticism, comparison, and pressure from the growing weight of an audience that expected perfection. She had moments where she felt overwhelmed, She questioned whether she could keep up with the demands of content creation, whether she could maintain her authenticity, and whether she truly belonged in the world of fashion influencers. Yet every time she thought of stepping back, she reminded herself why she started: to express her creativity, to inspire others, and to be proof that you don't need fame, connections, or privilege to make your mark. You just need courage, passion, and consistency. Amira's breakthrough came when she began blending fashion with storytelling. Instead of simply posting outfits, she began sharing pieces of her journey, her thoughts, her struggles, her victories, and her dreams. People connected with her more deeply, and her platform transformed from a fashion page into a community. She championed the message that anyone, no matter their background, can find confidence in their unique style. She encouraged young women to embrace their individuality, to take risks, and to never let society define their worth. Through her honesty, she became more than a model. She became a role model. Her work ethic became legendary. She planned her photo shoots days in advance. She studied fashion trends. She networked with photographers, stylists, and fellow influencers. She treated her Instagram brand like a business long before she had the title or the sponsorships. And that discipline is what elevated her from simply having followers to becoming a true influencer. As her reach expanded globally, Amira collaborated with major fashion brands, emerging designers, jewelry companies, and lifestyle businesses. Her aesthetic became recognizable, clean, elegant, modern, yet distinctly her own. She was never afraid to experiment, but she always stayed true to the essence of who she was. Her fans admire her not only for her beauty and style, but for her resilience. They've watched her grow, adapt, and evolve. They've seen her rise from uncertainty to confidence, from obscurity to influence. And through every stage, she has remained grounded, grateful, and focused. What makes Amira Evans unforgettable is not just her modeling ability, it's the feeling she gives people. When you see her photos, you feel possibility. You feel creativity. You feel inspired to explore your own style, your own courage, your own story. Her journey teaches an important lesson: that your beginning does not define your destination, that your insecurities do not disqualify you from greatness, and that sometimes the thing you think is ordinary about you is exactly what makes you extraordinary. Today, Amira continues to grow her influence, shaping the landscape of modern fashion on social media. She represents the new generation of models who are self-made, who build their careers from authenticity, passion, and connection. She proves that you don't need permission to shine. You just need the bravery to show up. And as her legacy continues to expand, one thing remains clear: Amira Evans is more than an Instagram fashion influencer. She is a vision of what happens when a dreamer refuses to give up. She is a reminder that beauty is not just in how you look, but in how you move through the world. And she is living proof that your story, no matter how humble its beginnings, has the power to impact millions. If her journey has inspired you, make sure to support Sweet Models World, where we highlight models, influencers, and dreamers who are rewriting the rules of beauty and redefining what it means to shine in today's digital era. Join us as we continue sharing stories that uplift, empower, and ignite ambition across the world. Because one day, your story might be the next one we tell.